Alright, and welcome back, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the first class that we did together. Today's going to be very focused on the legs, the glutes, the quads, the hamstrings, all of that together. So we're going to get a nice little burn. It's going to be a very quick, express 10 to 12 minute class today. So just enough to get a little sweat on, to feel energized, and to feel really good throughout the rest of your day. So you're going to meet me on your mat, standing actually, to start today. As always, we're going to start with those deep breaths. So feet about a hip distance apart. Just feel your feet kind of grounded into your mat. Give them a couple rolls. Shake them out a little bit. Close the eyes or soften the gaze if that feels good. We'll start with that breath in as you reach up overhead. And big exhale. Bring those arms all the way back down beside those hips. Inhale as you reach up overhead. Exhaling as you bring it all the way back down. Nice. Just going through two more of those here. Inhale up. We're as tall as possible. Last one here, big reach, and exhale back down. Good. From here, feet are going to stay hip distance apart. We're going to go through a little hip hinge. So soft bend through those knees. You can place your hands on your hips here, kind of for some feedback. I want you to kind of karate chop yourself at the hips as we send those hips back towards the wall. Chest comes down towards the mat. Big exhale, pressing those heels to stack back up. Good. Inhale as you hinge back, getting heavy into those heels. Exhale, press down into those feet and bring it back up. Good. Almost imagine like someone's pulling those hips as far back behind you with a rope, and then you pull it forward, leading with those hips. Good. Front of those ribs are stacked and pulled inward, tall through the tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. Good. And making sure that we're not kind of rounding through our shoulders, staying pulled back so those collarbones stay wide as you hinge. Big exhale to stand. Good. Inhale down. My hope here is that we start to feel the back of the legs, those hamstrings, and those glutes maybe start to fire on a little bit. And it's okay if you don't feel it. Sometimes it takes a little bit of more movement here to wake everything up. Good. Now, if that's feeling good, arms resting beside hips. As you hinge, can you start to reach those arms forward in front of us without going into a back arch? So we can keep those ribs pulled in. So maybe that limits your motion, that's okay. Sweep the arms slightly behind hips. Inhale, hinge and reach forward. Exhale, and sweep. Good. We'll just go through another 3 here. Good. Last 2. Looking good, you guys. Last one, can you hold that hinge? Sweep that left arm behind, eyes are gonna follow. We bring it back through center. That right hand is gonna sweep. Back through center, stand tall, sweep the arms. Good. 2 more like that. We're doing great. Inhale. Exhale through center. Nice even weight distributed through those heels. Stand tall. And last one. Hinge. Get heavy into those heels. Send those hips back. Eyes follow. Back. And stand. You're going to meet me in that position here. We're just going to go through a little calf raise here. So I want you to raise up one of those toes and slowly drop those heels. Really pressing into that big toe especially. And I want us to imagine like we're sliding up against a wall. So how tall can you be rather than moving too far forward? Keep it all tucked in the tailbone and raise it up and down slowly. Let's go through 5. Good. Last 4. Nice job, you guys. For 3. Last 2. And last one here. Beautiful. Alright, so you're going to meet me in a squat next. So feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. A little bit of a turn out of those toes. Ribs are hugged in the front. You send those hips back. Exhale, we stand. Good. Take that inhale as you sink those hips. Exhale up. A little fine tuning here as well. Watching that those knees are roughly tracking middle of those toes. We don't want them to be caved in or be way out. Just kind of right in the middle. In that happy place. Good. Chest stays up nice and tall. Collarbones are staying wide and we're pressing into those heels a little bit more. Good. In 2, we're going to drop those hands in front of us. In 1, stay nice and low. Can you plant those hands down in front of you? Just press those hips up to the ceiling. Get a little wiggle side to side. A little bend in those knees, a little sway back and forth. And then we'll roll it through the spine. Good. Same thing, we're going to take a wider stance into more of a sumo position. So a little bit wider with the toes, a little bit more turn out. And we'll go back in that squat. Exhale, stand. You're going to get a little bit more inner thighs here with that sumo position. So get those nice and warmed up for us. Good. Inhale, drop down. Big exhale, press. For 3, Got it. Last two. Last one, hold it at the bottom, drop those hands in front of us. Press those hips to the ceiling. See if you notice the difference. Do you have maybe more stretch through that inner thigh now? And rolling it up slowly. Beautiful job, you guys. Now we're gonna start this off today with a nice energizing squat sequence. So feet a little closer in now, but a bit wider than hips apart. You're gonna start with a squat into a calf raise. So you inhale, drop down, exhale, stand up on the toes. Inhale down slowly, exhale up on the toes quick. Good, nice and slow. Inhale down, a lot of ankle work here. If that's bothering the ankles and that calf raise, just take the calf raise out. Just playing around with that tempo. Good, it's okay if you lose balance. We'll go through another 3, the way down, and 2. And 1, I want you to stay down in that squat, little tiny pulses. Getting nice and low here. Front of those ribs are still hugged in. Now can we start to alternate and lift that heel in between that pulse? So lift the heel and drop it down. Lift the heel, drop it down. We're here for 6. You got it. 5. Keep breathing for 4. Press into that heel. In 2. In 1, just hold. Hands come behind the head. Can you lift your heel, tap the elbow towards the knee, and drop it down? So you get a little bit of a side bend. Tap, and down. We're only here for 4. You got it. Lift the heel, drop it down. Lift the opposite heel, and down. One more per side. I know those quads are burning. Stay with me. We're almost done. Drop it down. Stand tall. Ooh, shake it up, shake it up. Doing great, guys. Make sure you grab a quick sip of water. Good. We're more than halfway through. Alright, I'm out of breath. Now we're going to do hands just resting beside you. Can you start to tip your weight over into that left foot, right leg raises, and then tip your leg over to the right. Just kind of going back and forth, raising the arm out a little bit. Nice and slow. Getting the side of those hips warmed up a little bit more. Maybe we start to lift the leg a little bit higher, and we reach the arm a little bit further. Good. Again, tall through the crown of the head here as well. Imagining that we're still between those 2 panes of glass. Good. Next time you're on that left foot, you're going to land. We lift the right. You're going to tap those right toes, and you lift. Little bend in that left knee. Tap and lift. Can you bring those arms up in front of the chest and lift? Good. Tap and lift. Now, as the leg lifts, can you pull those arms into the chest, kind of like we're doing a row? Tap the toes and reach the arms in front of you. Exhale, pull and lift. Inhale, tap. Good. If you have a resistance band at home, something spicy, if you want to add to it, keep that resistance band around the wrist and do the same thing. You're going to have a lot of tension for those shoulders. Optional, take it if you want it, leave it if you don't. I did that in class the other day and my shoulders are on fire. We're going to lift and hold that leg on this next one. Pull, squeeze the back, lift, little tiny pulses with that right leg. You got it, you got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We transition. Press most of the weight into that right leg. Soft bend through the knee. Arms are in front. We tap those left toes and we reach. Good. Front of those ribs are hugged in nice and strong. You guys are doing great. Good. For 3. Can you start to pull those arms in as the leg lifts? Squeeze the back. Extend them out, tap the toes. Inhale here, good. Let's go 2. Looking good. Last one, pull and hold the little pulse to the left leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake that out. Ouch, holy hips, my goodness. Left leg's gonna go forward, right leg is gonna go back. Okay, we're gonna have kind of a stationary stance here. Feet about hip distance apart, and I want you to imagine like your toes are on a train track. So they're facing forward here. Hips are square to the front. And you can play around a little bit more of space. You can widen your foot stance if it's wobbly. Soft bend through those knees. Let's hinge forward. Most of the weight is in that left heel as you press into the mat and stack back up nice and tall. My hope here is we feel that little stretch in the left glute. Trust me, we'll feel it soon. Not to worry. Inhale, dive forward. Exhale, press. I want you to keep that length from the tailbone to the top of the head. Good. And stack. Front of those ribs stay in. Good job here, good job. Now one of my favorite little sequences to teach. We're gonna add in some lunging and some hinging. So stack it up tall. Can you drop your back knee? If lunges aren't feeling good today, either, just stick with that hinging instead, okay? Now as we take that lunge, make sure that left knee is staying over top of that left heel. So instead of pushing it way over the toes, sink into that left hip a little bit more. Beautiful. Now we're going to kind of combine those movements. I want you to have your hands resting by your hips. As you stand up, can we hinge and reach those arms forward? Pull it back through center and drop into your lunge. Hinge, straighten that back leg, put all the weight into that left heel, stack it up tall, drop into your lunge. Good. For 4, you got it. Stack it up tall, drop down, press into that left heel. 3, looking good, you guys, good. You feel that left glute yet? And 2, good. Last one here, hinge, pull it up. Can we keep those hands behind the head? Drop into your lunge, a little bit of rotation over to the left. I know it's a balance challenge. You can do it though, I have faith in you. Hold it low for 4. I want that chest rotating, not just the elbows. 3, exhale through center. Stand up if you need to. Can you get lower for 2? Good. Last one, and up, shake out. Ooh. Last thing we're doing is just other side, and then you're done, guys. So other side, foot forward, hips are square to the front. We dive forward on that hinge. Exhale, you press it up. Good. Inhale forward, press that right heel into the mat as you push it away. Exhale, push. Beautiful. For 2, spread those toes nice and wide, grip the mat. Last one, stack it up. We go to that lunge, so you sink down and stand tall. That right knee now going over top of that right heel, sinking into that right hip. Press it up. Good. 2, spread it out on that hinge, arms beside you, down, straighten your back leg, hinge forward and reach those arms, stack it up tall, find your lunge. Press to that right heel, extend the back leg, up and down. A little bit of coordination here too, working the brain at the same time. All the way up and down. Last one, stack it up, hands come behind the head, can you sink into your lunge and rotate to the right for 5. You got this, this is it, we're done after this. For 4, are we breathing? Can we get lower? 3, modify if you need to. In 2, but you're strong. One more. Rotate and down. Ouch, oh my goodness, crush that. Go into a little quad stretch for me. Grab the ankle, soft bend to that knee, pressing those hips forward. You guys killed that. And let's switch. I'm out of breath now. Good job. Let's go into a little hamstring stretch here. Heel down, toe up. Can you hinge back into those hips? Chest stays nice and tall. Good. Go other side, heel down, toe up, push back into those hips. Good, standing up big, reach up overhead, and back down. Amazing. If you need any more stretching, feel free to add a couple more onto that, or anything else you need, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Amazing job as always.